welcome to the mat and welcome to this brand new flow. For those who are new here today, my name is Bethany, I am the Yogi Witch, and today I'm going to guide you through a really gorgeous 25-minute practice to ease out any stress, any tension going on in the body. It is going to be the kind of ideal full body stretch that you need to release the anxieties, the stress, and just dedicate a little bit of time in your day to taking care of you and your well-being. It's going to be so delicious. So for the practice today, you are going to need a block or a pillow, anything at all to support your practice. But what we're going to do, we're going to meet in a supported bridge pose. So send the legs forward, relax the back down, and from here we inhale, thank you Luna, to lift the hips, and then exhale, we slide that block underneath so those hips sit higher than the heart. Relax the arms down by your side, relax the legs. As all together we take a beautiful deep inhale in through the nose. And a slow exhale all the way out. So immediately coming in to a beautiful supported bridge. Finding that gorgeous stretch along the front of the belly. The almost kind of weightlessness in the hips here. A beautiful way to begin to open up that heart chakra, starting to release any stress, any emotions that are no longer serving us. Breath slow and steady. Starting to take your focus away from anything you don't need right now, any distractions going on around you, and start to bring it into the space of your body, the space of your mind. Allowing any thoughts to drift away with the sound of the music. And allow yourself to start to embrace a sense of peace in this gorgeous full body stretch. Now, if it feels most beneficial to you to stay here in supported bridge, then I invite you to do so. If you'd like to explore a back bend with me, you're going to sweep those arms up and overhead, let the hands hang heavy, and start to extend the legs here. Toes start to fall out to the side in relaxation, and you embrace a really beautiful stretch along the belly here. The block support in the hips. Allowing yourself to stay here for about a minute. Before all together we inhale And we exhale. On your next breath, we're going to begin to gently bend one knee, bend another, relax the arms down by your side as you inhale to lift the hips, exhale to move that block aside, and we're going to keep finding a little bit of lower body strength here, but starting to embrace our breath. So lower the hips to the mat. On your next inhale, we press into the feet to lift the hip bones up. Exhale to lower down 4 more times. Inhale to lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale, lower. One more time, we inhale to lift. Exhale to lower down. Take the outside of that left ankle just above the right knee and come to figure of 4, lifting the right leg up and threading the arm through to take hold of the thigh, drawing it a little bit closer to you. You'll immediately feel a gorgeous stretch down the left hand side in that gorgeous hip flexor and glute. And so keep the left foot flexed, shoulders rolled back into the mat, and hold it here 5 breaths. Inhale. Beautiful. On your exhale, we're going to transition into a twist by relaxing the right foot down and then allow the left foot to fall over to the right hand side. Relax the arms down by your side and switch your gaze to the opposite direction. Engage in that core. We inhale to bring the head to the center, lift the legs to the center and take it to the other side. So relax left foot down, take the outside of that right ankle just above the left knee and find your figure of 4 stretch, hugging it lovely and close to you. Recognizing if one side of the body feels a little tighter than the other, that is okay. Inhale. Exhale, left foot comes to the mat and find your way to your twist by allowing the right foot to fall to the left hand side and your gaze floats to the right hand side. Inhale. Exhale, engage the core coven. Bring the legs to the center, untangle them here and wrap your arms around the legs, lifting the shoulders, lifting the head and giving yourself a little bit of love here, an acknowledgement for coming to the mat. Dedicating 25 minutes to self-care and to easing the stress. Beautiful. From here, we're going to extend the legs to the sky, cross the ankles, and take a few rocks from forwards and backwards, massaging the spine to the mat before immediately coming to angel pose by bringing the feet to the mat. Keep the knees bent and forward fold here. So wrap your arms underneath the thighs. Relax the crown of the head down. So really rounding into the shoulders. Inhale to gaze forwards. Beautiful. On your exhale, we extend the legs here. Move to sit onto the sit bones. We bend right knee into the chest and step it over that left thigh. Hug with the left arm and twist all the way to the right hand side here. So aiming to keep this spine lovely and long. You can even go a little bit further by taking the outside of that left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Inhale and exhale to move back into the center. Untangle the right leg, but we're going to bring the bottom of the foot into that left thigh. Knee falls to the side. If you'd like a block to support that knee, you're more than welcome to find it. But we inhale to create length. On your exhale, forward fold. Now we're going to take this movement 4 more times before we come to our single leg stretch. So inhale to lift the body. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. We inhale to find length. Exhale to forward fold and find your stretch. Remembering the goal is not to take hold of the toes. The goal is to stretch out the hamstrings and ease any tension going on in the lower spine. So work with your breath. With every exhale you take, maybe you find a little bit more space to forward fold. On your next breath, we gaze towards the toes. Beautiful. Exhale to roll the body up, moving that block aside for 1 moment. We take the right hand behind the back and we're going to pull the hips all the way off the mat, finding a gorgeous mini back bend here as we inhale. Exhale, lower the hips back down. And we're going to take this 3 more times. Inhale to lift the hips. Exhale to lower down. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. 1 more time. Inhale to lift the heart. Exhale. Relax the hips down. This time, left hand rolls down left leg and the right arm floats up and overhead here, as if you're trying to find the toes with the right fingertips. Inhale. Exhale to roll the body up. Gently re-extend right leg to meet left, coming back to sit onto the sit bones. And from here, we're going to bend the right knee into the chest, put over the right thigh, hug with the right arm, and twist over to the left-hand side of your mat. Again, if you want to intensify, you can take that right elbow just outside of the left knee. Inhale. Exhale, bring that body gently to the center, untangle the legs and bring the bottom of the left foot into that right thigh. Ready to take those little rolls, we inhale for length, exhale to forward fold. Inhale, length, exhale to forward fold. Beautiful, 2 more times, inhale, length, exhale to forward fold. Final time, inhale for length, exhale to forward fold. As always, recognizing if one side of the body has a little more space to play with than the other. On your inhale, come and lift the gaze to the toes. Exhale to roll the body up. Send the left hand behind you, ready for those hip lifts and mini back bend. We inhale to lift the hip bones up. Exhale to lower down. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. One more time. Inhale to lift. Beautiful. And exhale to lower. Gently bring in the chest to the center. Cross those ankles and roll all the way in to a tabletop position. From tabletop, we're going to take some spinal waves here. So looking at creating a little bit of fluidity down the spine and looking at easing out those shoulders. So following me, on your inhale, we drop that chest, and as you do, you send the hip bones back to the heels. Exhale to round into the shoulders, bring the body up. Inhale, arch the spine, hips to heels. Beautiful, roll the body up. And then hips to heels, close the eyes here as you take your movement. Starting to bring our awareness to how this body is feeling rather than how it's looking. Taking it for 3 more breaths. In through the nose and out through the nose. Before we meet back in a neutral position, from here we're going to relax the forearms down to the mat and start to extend the legs behind us. Coming into a gorgeous Sphinx pose, we point the toes to the back corners of the mat and find a lift through the chest here. So spreading those fingers, bring the crown of the head to the sky and start to pull the hip bones down. So a really gorgeous pose to open up that heart chakra and to really open up the spine. It can be quite an intense back bend. Now, as always, there's options to modify, to intensify. If it feels too much, you can drop the chest a little bit and soften the pose. If you want to intensify, press into the hands and start to extend the arms into seal pose, still pointing those toes to the back corners of your mat. 10 more breaths. Inhale and exhale. If you're in seal pose, bend the elbows so the forearms come to the mat, and then all together we bring the hands to touch, lift the elbows and relax the body down, giving those hips a little bit of a wiggle here, bending the knees and taking some ankle rolls. Relax the legs down to the mat, forehead comes low, hands to the chest. On your inhale, we find our way to upward facing dog, glancing back to one foot. Move through center, glance back to the other. Bend the knees. From here, we're going to send those legs all the way forwards and find our block once more. So coming into the final pose of supported fish, we're going to bring that block lengthways on the mat and start to relax back all the way to it. If it feels too much for the crown of the head and for the neck, place a pillow underneath you. But from here, taking your wiggles, you're going to relax the body all the way down. So that block should be sitting between the shoulder blades, avoiding the lower spine, so you can relax back quite comfortably. Opening up the throat chakra, extend the legs and flip the palms to the sky. So closing our practice with this beautiful yin-inspired pose, one of my favourite poses to release any anxiety sitting in the heart, that sense of breathlessness. Feeling a sense of rebalance back in the body, feeling restored in the soul and relaxed in the mind. Remembering as always that we hold the power to welcome in and we hold the power to release and to keep out. One more minute here. 10 more breaths here. Before all together, we inhale and we exhale. Moving very slowly, we begin to bend one knee, bend another, and allow the body to roll to one side of your mat. So you gently come off the block, moving the block aside, taking the hands underneath your head like a little pillow for just a moment. Feeling like you can breathe deep into the belly. And then taking your time, we're going to roll the body all the way up into a comfortable seated position. Rolling the shoulders away from the ears and taking the hands to pray at heart center. Find length through the crown of the head, sitting proud, sitting tall, sitting rebalanced and realigned in our chakras. And feel that sense of peace all over you from the crown of the head to the tops of your toes after taking this time for you. And today we're going to close the practice by bowing head to heart, heaven to earth, with gratitude and love to the strength of our minds for bringing us to the practice, to the energy and support of this online coven, and as always from me to you, thanking you so much for allowing me to guide you through today's flow. I really hope you enjoyed this yoga for stress, finding that space in the body, really working through a deep full body stretch and just dedicating that time as always to our well-being. If you enjoyed today's flow, then I would appreciate any kind of support for the coven, maybe by liking this video or even subscribing to my channel. And if you are new here today, don't forget I do upload 3 free flows a week here on my YouTube channel, completely free, and I have a private memberships area called the On Coven where I upload 2 one-hour flows each month. You can find out more about that in the description box below. But thanking you so much for joining me here today, and I hope to see you again soon, Coven. Blessed be.